Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lump Dog, your favorite fantasy football commissioner's favorite fantasy football commissioner, and I'm back with not only another PPH commissioner message, but the last PPH video commissioner message of the season. 2020 can go F itself. So here we are, last week, week 13, regular season's over. We got our number one seed, return to greatness, finishing 11-2, but it's a little bit of a fake 11-2 because he throws the game just to try to get an L before the playoffs started because he had won 10 in a row. So I don't think the fantasy football gods are going to appreciate that. You don't sit D-hop and then you take a 6-point loss and then talked about, I got that loss out of the way when you would have won with D-hop in your lineup. So, nah, bruh, don't work that way. I have a bad feeling you got some bad jujus coming your way for pulling a stunt like that. But we are talking about the guy that does 2-point trades and virtual coin flips, so maybe it does work out for him. Who knows? We had who is it? The basket of deplorables, Tommy, as the number 2 seed. And one thing we do in the PPH that's a little bit different from all other fantasy football leagues, we allow the 1 and the 2 seeds to actually pick their opponent. And we have the top 8 that make the playoffs. The other thing we have to do is give a shout out to Just My Luck. Again, I've apologized to him heartfully and in person, and go back and watch the Thanksgiving Day live special. I went ahead and gave him a heartfelt apology saying he was on the fishing boat with me, when in fact, he got off the fishing boat and it made himself into the playoffs thanks to the Jimmy rule. Yes, Just My Luck makes the playoffs as the 8th seed because we made a rule this year that the 8th seed is the wild card and that's the highest scoring team. Not based on record, but based on your points scored. Even though Just My Luck only finished 6 and 7, he would have been out of the playoffs record-wise, but he had the points scored and ends up taking the 8th seed. So, congratulations to him. So, the playoff matchups are as follows. Return to greatness, called out the rookie. By the way, has anyone heard from the rookie? I mean, the guy has been like MIA for the last 4 weeks. He'll pop in and make some political statement about something, and then he's gone. You don't ever hear from him. Doesn't really set his lineup, doesn't talk any smack about football or anything like that. All he does is, I don't know what he does. He doesn't do anything. He adds nothing to the league. I don't understand what this guy's in here for. Pemberton, where are you at? I try to call you out a few different times to get you on the Commish message. You can't even do that. You ghost me. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 5 times. Can't get you on the Commish message. Playoffs have started. You're nowhere to be found. You're not talking no smack about you're going to take anyone out. This is pretty weak of you, bro. I can't believe there's some good teams and longtime members, me, myself included, that aren't in the playoffs and that would be highly, highly into it if we were in the playoffs. And you're just acting like you could care less. So, I don't know where you are, Pemberton. Come out from whatever rock you're hiding under. So, anyway, Duke Lewis, return to greatness, takes on the rookie in round 1, and then Tommy, basket of deplorables, takes on the Mollywops, Z-Money, in that second matchup. That leaves Holier Than Thou to take on the 289ers, and Just My Luck and the Haters, which is a good matchup. I like that matchup. I really think that Jimmy's luck's coming to an end. I don't think the fantasy football gods, he's facing the hottest team in the league right now in Just My Luck. He's a classic 8 seed though. Just went through a bad time with injuries right there in the middle of the season. Lost made a trade for Chris Carson, then lost Chris Carson. Nick Chubb went out with that MCL. He had to sit on him. Josh Allen, who started off the season great, just went into his slump. Calvin Ridley wasn't doing anything for him. Just went into a bad kind of tailspin there in the middle of the season. And then at the end, though, he got healthy. Chris Carson came back. Nick Chubb came back. Josh Allen started playing better. And look at him now in the playoffs. Dark horse team, looking pretty strong right now. Team's playing pretty well. Probably better than any other team, I would say, at the moment. So it's not about making those about when you start getting hot. And just my luck, his team looks a little hot right now. A little hot. So, woo! So hot. Anyway, oh yeah, forgot here. We have, go ahead and you know what to do here. You want to go ahead and hit that like, that subscribe button, smash down that bell notification so you get notified of any new videos when they're uploaded. It helps out the league more than you know. Helps out my channel as well. And it would be great if the actual league members would do it. You know what I mean? I mean, the actual league members would subscribe to the channel. You think they would do that? Hey guys, here you go. One more time for all you PPH members out there. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell notification. It's that easy. It's free. I mean, come on, bro. How hard is that? You've been in the league for like how long and you guys can't do that? That's weak, man. I can't believe you guys. Okay, here we go. We got the standings. These are the final standings. Oh, I finished 2-11, worst season ever in 20 years. I guess it was bound to happen. No better season to happen on than in 2020. It's just a shitty year with between COVID, didn't go to the draft for the first time ever. You've heard my sobbing, my sob story here on the Commish message for many weeks here, so I don't need to go into it. But not a very good man. First time ever that the Brewdogs finishes in front of me, so that says something right there. So anyway, just one more thing there for the old
ice up.
Yep, I need to ice up. I really do. I need a good long off season to ice up, get vaccinated, and come back strong in 2021 and show these cucks what's really going down. I didn't really put my best foot forward this year. A lot of my draft picks didn't work out well. Again, I don't want to make this about myself. So anyway, well, there we go. So yeah, we got the playoffs started. Again, I do apologize for a little bit of a late message because some things were going on. Well, one thing was Tuesday's game occurred, so that delayed everything. So we give 24 hours for the two top seeds to make their pick. So I had to wait till Wednesday to do that, and of course, the number one seed waits until like 6 o'clock at night to make his updates or make his pick, and so then that just got too late for all that. And then yesterday I had kid responsibilities of doctor appointments and tutoring and doing all that, so I couldn't do it yesterday. So today's the day, and I'm doing it. And again, so I apologize if the last message is a little bit late, but it's still before the treasurer's congratulating anyone for last week's win. So I would say it's early, very early compared to the PPH commissioner's office. So excuse me, treasurer's office. Commissioner's office is doing it early. Treasurer's office is doing it late. But we want to give them a little bit of break because we understand the COVID and working from home and lower staff and all that stuff. So that's the way it does it, bruh. So anyway, I think this was a very productive segment. The playoffs have started. We had a game last night with the Rams and the Patriots. So some teams you'll see have already jumped out to a lead, especially Cam Akers. Wow, 170-something yards rushing. Just couldn't get that touchdown to put him really over the top to put the nail in the coffin there. But good start for him. And then you'll see that Robert Woods didn't do much for the rookie. So rookie, I don't even care. You can lose. I think Lukey's going to get through the first round. He'll lose in the second round. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead. Let's get into the playoff matchups, and then I guess after that, there's really nothing much to say other than good luck to everyone in the playoffs. Just think that one of these 8 teams right now has the schedule that's going to win them the championship, and the $2,700 I think is first place this year because some weird ass reason this league full of conservatives, other than myself, and is want to give fourth place money. Makes no sense. Absolutely no sense to me. Why we would give fourth place any money? Well, I think get $500 for fourth place. I know. On my viral viewers, I can just feel you. I feel you right now. Just like, what? Huh? What? Exactly. It makes no sense. But somehow these guys thought that fourth place deserved money. Well, give it to the first place team. Take $500, throw it into the first place, give them like $3,200 or something. Or you know what could have done? Throw another $500 in the weekly and put up the base weekly money. So stupid. But anyway, that's what they wanted to do. Some, I guess, real quick before we get into the playoff matchups, since I'm not going to come back, a couple rule changes going into next year that I definitely want to discuss at the rules meeting. Again, I think we need to get rid of this the sacks. They need to be taken down to 1 point. It's just 2 points for a sack just seems to be really inflating the defensive scores. I like the quarterback scoring the way it is. It's pretty cool. I think that 15 yards for every 15, 1 point for every 15 yards passing, I think is the sweet spot. 20 yards we could do, make it even. And that way we don't have like 0.66667, for every 0.1 yard. And then decimal scoring, it should be abolished. It needs to go. There's no reason to have decimal scoring anymore. I don't get it, but whatever. So, and then the other thing I guess we would need to clarify is the playoffs matchup. Like the 1 seed shouldn't be able to pick the 2 seed, and we need to put that in the rules if we're going to allow the 1 seed and 2 seed to pick their opponent, because then the 2 seed kind of gets screwed out of being able to pick their opponent, and there's no reason to even want to finish in 2nd seed if you don't get the ability to pick your opponent. So, because we don't do bye weeks, and that was the whole reason to give the edge, a little bit of an edge to the 1 and 2 seed, since they didn't get a bye week. They got to pick their opponent, and if the 1 seed picked the 2 seed, be weird, but then that kind of screws out the 2 seed. So we definitely need to clarify that going into the next season. Again, we'll be looking at about March time frame for a rules meeting, so just keep that in mind. So that's what's up. So here I go. I'm gonna go ahead and go get on my fishing boat. Been on it for about 5 weeks now. A lot of fish biting. I got a good catch going here. So really good. And I have been KO'd. Yep, KO'd. All right. So with that, again, I'm just stalling because I don't want to end the commission message to end. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get into playoff matchups, and then I'll check you guys out next year. Let you know who won the PPH championship. Love dogs out. Good luck, everyone. 2020. Fuck yourself. Peace. All right, y'all, here we go. Here is the playoff matchups. In the first matchup, we got the number 8 seed taking on the number 3 seed. Just My Luck versus the Haters. As you can see, our guru estimated scoring has Just My Luck taking the Haters out 110-99. Again, Just My Luck finished with 6-7 record, won his last 3 in a row. Ooh, look at Haters winning, finished 9-4, winning 6 in a row. So something's got to push here. Who is going to get their first loss in the last at least 3 weeks? Coaching ranking, we got the 4th best coach against the 6th. Schedule difficulty, we have the 5th toughest schedule against the 11th. The Haters had a cake schedule this year. Passing ranking, man, we got the 6th versus the 3rd, with the edge going to the Haters. The rushing ranking edge goes to the Haters as the 3rd, but again, Just My Luck was missing Chubb and Carson for many weeks, so I think that's skewing his rushing record. The receiving rank, damn, look at the Haters, dead last in receiving, but look at Just My Luck, only 2nd to last in receiving, so not much better. And then Just My Luck has the edge, having the 2nd-ranked defense against the 5th. We go down here to their last matchup. The Haters won their last 2 matchups. Haters won 124-91 to 101-89. Ooh, not that in week 1. So this is a week 1 rematch. And then Haters leads the all-time series 12-6. Wow, kind of owning Just My Luck right here. So anyway, we had Aaron Rodgers against Josh Allen. Definitely Rodgers with the face in Detroit is a scary matchup. That could be a 50-point game for him, which would definitely help the Haters immensely. Josh Allen facing Pittsburgh is tough. That's a tough matchup, especially with Pittsburgh coming off that last loss. They're going to be pissed off. But it's a Sunday night game, so you got to like that. We got Nick Chubb versus Dalvin Cook. Nick Chubb's playing against Baltimore on Monday night. Dalvin Cook at Tampa Bay on Sunday. I'm actually liking Nick Chubb's matchup more than I like Dalvin Cook's. Just the fact that Nick Chubb has actually done it against Baltimore before. I've never seen Dalvin Cook run wild against a really good run defense like Tampa Bay, which is one of the best in the league. So looks like the haters needs to figure out a different option there for David Johnson. I don't know why he hasn't set his lineup, but I can't, whatever. He's going with David Johnson. We'll go look at his bench and see what else he can do there. Chris Carson against New Jersey. That's a little bit of a skewed matchup there. You think that he could do well against New Jersey, but the Jets really have a pretty good run defense, and they have all season. Not a lot of running backs have had big, huge games. They have been using Chris Carson in the passing game more in Seattle, so that might bode a little bit well for Chris Carson there. And then I guess the worst and second worst receiving cores in the league are going up against each other here. We got Stephon Diggs for the haters, Jamison Crowder, and Calvin Ridley and Corey Davis. Definitely got to give it to Just My Luck here. He has just with Corey Davis, I mean, he's been tearing it up of late. So like that matchup for Just My Luck. Schultz versus Ebron. I mean, Bagok, tight end, has been just pretty much a big Bagok all year, so not much going on there. Higgins versus David Montgomery, and David Montgomery's playing in Houston. Higgins at Baltimore. I don't know what haters is thinking. I would be looking for something better than Baltimore or Higgins at Baltimore. But hey, I'm 2-11. Don't take my advice. I'm just saying that I wouldn't like. If I was you right now, I would not go Higgins versus Baltimore on Monday night. I mean, it might work out for you, but doesn't look like a good matchup on paper. And then we got the Titans and the Colts defense there matching up, which is each getting 11. So I guess he can go Duke Johnson. Man, haters, you could have went and picked up Ty Johnson or something on the free agent list, done something, but you're just sitting pat. I mean, you just look like you're laying over, like you're just happy with the weeklies you won, and you're rolling over, sucking your thumb, and just letting Just My Luck take the dub over. You're not even fighting right now. You're not doing anything. Dude, what are you doing? So anyway, I mean, just like the Guru says, it just looks like Just My Luck has a little bit too much, even with Josh Allen facing Pittsburgh. The only thing I do see here is that Rodgers, if he goes off against Detroit, 300 plus yards passing, 4 or 5 touchdowns, that definitely could get him enough to get the W. But there is one little tidbit here, though. He has Stephon Diggs, and that's going to cut into anything that Josh Allen gets, too. So if Stephon Diggs has a big game and Aaron Rodgers has a big game, that could be enough to get him over the top. And as long as Dalvin Cook shows up, hopefully he gets maybe a touchdown. I don't see him going off for 150-yard plus rushing and 2-3 touchdowns. Maybe he gets a touchdown and 70 yards rushing and maybe another 20 or 30 receiving. So maybe a little over 100 yards combined, or just under 100 yards combined. But I mean, haters could pull this out. I'm not saying it's a for sure thing, but it definitely doesn't look like he's trying right now with David Johnson and Rashard Higgins in his lineup. So I like Just My Luck. I think he, like he's been saying, he's a dark horse, and I do like him in this matchup. So I would take Just My Luck in this matchup. All right, in the next matchup, we had the Holier Than Thou taking on the 289ers. And let's take a look at here. Ooh, the old fantasy guru likes Holier Than Thou, but we had both teams finish at 7-6. Holier Than Thou winning his last 2. Coaching ranking, it looks like 289ers has done a better job of doing the starts in his lineup. Schedule difficulty, tied for first with the 289ers, and then tied for 9th for Holier Than Thou. So Tardos has had a Turbo Tardo, Turbo Tardo. Man, too many T's there. Definitely had the toughest schedule in the league. Passing rank, 8th versus 9th, or 9th through 10th. That's very comparable right there. No one having the edge really there. Rushing ranking, 10th and 7th, both there at the bottom half of the league. Receiving rankings. So this is a matchup of the two best receiving cores in the league, first and second. That's pretty good. And then defense. Wow, Tardo definitely has the edge with the fourth ranked defense compared to the 14th. So not much to go by in the way of a series. Tardo leads 1-0. He won week 5, 119.7 to 105.68. So here we go. We got the Tannehill versus the Herbert. Herbert might be hitting that rookie wall the way he was looking last week, man. I don't know. His time to shine might have just come to a screeching halt, even against Atlanta. Atlanta has actually been playing a lot better defense of late. So I'm actually going to I think I like Tannehill better here in this matchup. But you know what? I've been wrong all year. So if I'm picking you're not your guy, or I am picking your guy, you might not want to like. You might not like it. You might go, that might be your kiss of death. We got Gurley versus Ezekiel. So Ezekiel Elliott. So that's a tough one. Zeke's been he looked like he was getting back on track last week against Baltimore, but Gurley, he could fall into the end zone once or twice. So, but I like Zeke. He's going to get more of a workload. Booker versus Ronald Jones. Looks like Josh Jacobs is out. Indy's got a pretty tough defense. We'll see if the Raiders can run it against that front seven of the Colts. But at least Devontae Booker is going to get the bulk of the carries there. Jones I kind of like, though. Arians is so flim-flammy with his running backs. I mean, Jones could do great, or as long as he gets the workload. You just don't know if he's going to get the workload. But I'm actually going to take, I think I like Booker maybe just a tad more here. Maybe just because you just know he's going to get the workload. You just don't know if Ronald Jones is going to get the workload, and that's the only reason. I mean, I like Jones's matchup better, but it's just, is Fournette going to come in and take some of the, all of a sudden they're just going to be the Fournette show, like, oh, we don't like Jones. So hard to say, but I would say Booker in that matchup. So then we got Keenan Allen versus Davante Adams. Can't go against Davante Adams, man. Number one receiver right there, man. He's been tearing it up of late. So again, against Detroit, it's a division opponent, so he should do well. Thielen versus Terry Scary McLaurin. Definitely going to take the Thielen on that one. McLaurin's playing the Niners, even though the Niners look like crap against Buffalo last week, and their pass defense was just letting people go wide open. But I think maybe they tighten that up, and McLaurin gets definitely, he might do well, but he's not going to do as good as, but Thielen plays Tampa Bay, so that's a tough one now too. But I will say, as you can see, the Guru only likes him more by 2 points. I'm going to just say that one's a tie, man. Flip a coin on that one. Waller versus Mark Andrews. Ooh. Well, being the fact that Waller's coming off like 200 yards and like 2 touchdowns, I'm going to take Mark Andrews in that. I haven't seen Waller do it 2 weeks in a row like that. So I'll take Mark Andrews in that matchup. Oh, he does have. Oh, he's going with Josh Jacobs and Booker. Wow, that's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if that pays off for him. And then he's got Lockett against New Jersey. Lockett hasn't been doing much of late. I mean, I guess if Jacobs is healthy and he plays, I like him better than Booker. So I guess I would take Jacobs in that over Lockett. Young Ho versus Zane Gonzalez. I'm going to take the Young Ho, man. That guy, man, he is like he is just a scoring machine. He's like the best kicker. So definitely take him. Packers and Rams played last night, and they did pretty well for him. So Holier Than Thou is already looking at a deficit, which is, God damn it. Mouse is fucking up here. Oh my God. See, look at this. This is the things I got to deal with. And this is, oh my Lord. Now it's going to, what the hell? Jesus, see? And I'm not going to record all this again because of that. Oh my goodness. These are the problems that you deal with. Why is it? It's just freaking out. I'm not touching nothing. Just moving the mouse. That's all I'm doing. I'm not clicking nothing. All right, are we back here? All right, let's go to scores. And let's go to the fantasy game tracker. I was just trying to see what the Rams scored. See how much that Holier Than Thou was down already. That's all I was trying to do, and it started freaking out. Jesus Christ. The things I have to deal with. All right, so they scored 21 points. Jesus, that's all I needed to know. 21, so it was already down 21. Made it a 50-50 game, though, so Rams came through big time. All right, so let's go back to the scoring preview and Holier Than Thou. So in that matchup, I'm going to still take, I think, Holier Than Thou. I still think he has enough to overcome that 21-point deficit. I think he's got the players. I think that Devontae Adams matchup against Detroit is scary. I wouldn't want to be facing that in the first round of the playoffs. I think Tannehill versus Jacksonville. They're going to run the shit out of Derrick Henry, but you think Tannehill might have a somewhat of a decent game. And then Zeke again against Cincinnati. I think that's we're waiting for his breakout game. He hasn't had a huge, ginormous game yet, and that could come this week against Cincinnati, even though it's at Cincinnati. So weather might be a factor there. So yeah, I do. And then Mark Andrews is kind of scary too, but definitely like Holier Than Thou, I think, in this matchup over Turbo Tardo. All right, in the next matchup, we got the Mollywops at the Basket of Deplorables. Let's take a look at their matchups here. How did they finish the season? Mollywops finished 7-6. Basket of Deplorables finished 9-4, winning his last 3 in a row. Basket of Deplorables is the best coach in the PPH Fantasy League. Mollywops is 8th. Schedule difficulty, again, Mollywops tied for first, and Basket of Deplorables is 4th. Passing ranking is the number 1 pass rank. Of course, he has Mahomes. What else would you expect? Against the 5th best. 9th best rushing rank against the 2nd best. 5th best receiving rank against the 6th. So that's just, that's a toss-up there. And then 7th best defense versus the 3rd. All-time series, Mollywop owns the Basket of Deplorables, 16-7. Mollywops won the last matchup in week 1 of this year. So again, another week 1 matchup. He won 90.36 to 80.75. It was a low score. Both were playing some tough defense that week. So we got Mahomes at Miami and Watson at Chicago. You got to go with Mahomes. How do you ever not go with Mahomes, especially against Miami? Actually, their defense has been pretty good of late, and I don't expect him to go off, but he's Mahomes, and he can go off against anybody. I don't care who the defense is. So definitely go with Mahomes. Aaron Jones against James Conner. Definitely like Jones against Detroit. And then he gets used in the pass game too. Connors just hasn't been doing much anything. Cam Akers, though, went off last night for the Mollywop, so good thing for him there. Already got him like 20.4 points. Kareem Hunt against Baltimore. He'll be splitting with Nick Chubb, so hopefully he can fall in the end zone once or twice and for the Basket of Deplorables and get him a few points there. We got Allison Robbins against Tim Patrick. Deontay Johnson versus T.Y. Hilton. Man, these are really throw up both. Flip a coin. Who do you like? I mean, I guess I like Robinson over Patrick just because they play Houston. And then I guess I would like Hilton because they're playing Vegas over Buffalo. I mean, Buffalo did pretty well in pass coverage. But Deontay Johnson is definitely a little bit better than any probably nine. Well, I wouldn't say better. I would just say probably Roethlisberger's better than Mullins. So maybe Johnson isn't better than Debo or maybe Ayuk, but definitely he's better than Roethlisberger's better than Mullins. Gesicki versus Goddard. Oh man, you'd almost say you'd want Gesicki, but they put in if Fitzmagic was playing, but they have Tua, so but you think they're gonna be down, right? So they're gonna be passing, but Goddard, Ertz just came back, so I'm gonna give the edge there to a little bit with Gesicki, because you just Goddard and Ertz is coming back to, and then Hurts is gonna start, so maybe they go to the tight ends more, but he's splitting it. Gesicki's kind of the main guy, so Got Jonathan Taylor versus Jamal Williams. Wow, again, we got another team in the playoffs starting both the running backs for one team. These are bold strategies, man. Very bold for the first round of the playoffs. I guess I like Jonathan Taylor, but he's in a committee too by 3, so maybe Jamal Williams? Yeah, probably Jamal Williams, but Jonathan Taylor, I don't know if last week was a product of him getting better or just the opponent that he played in against Houston. So another tough call there. Kickers, who cares? And then Ravens against the Seahawks D. Good. Each one has a pretty good matchup. Cleveland, Ravens seem to play somewhat well against Mayfield. They don't do so well against the run, but they play the pass pretty well against Mayfield. And then Seahawks, I guess at home against the Jets, you got to think they're going to do better, right? So maybe the Seahawks, again, like the Guru has them, a couple points extra. And then there's their benches. I don't know who else anyone would feel like they would start over anyone else. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and post them up. But in this matchup, I'm going to say go with the Mollywops just because Cam Akers is already gone for 20.4 points. He's got Patrick Mahomes against Miami. Just Deshaun Watson, I feel, is going to get held in check by Chicago. He's not having a huge game. And then the fact, too, he's starting Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams. It's just hard to go with a team that's taken 2 roster spots by 1 position on a team. So, pretty good, though. I like the matchup. So, last and final matchup of the season here is the number 1 seed against, what was it, the number 6 seed? Who was rookie? What rookie was, let's see here. He was, let's go to the standings here. And I'm trying to go on my computer here where it'll fuck everything up. Rookie was, the 7th seed. So he's the 7th seed there. Lost his last 2 in a row. This is a fake L. He should have a W with 11 in a row. So 7-6 versus 11-2. Coach ranking 2nd best coach against the 5th. We got 6th best hardest schedule against the easiest schedule. Oh, Return to Greatness had the easiest schedule of the league. 2nd passing rank against 4th. That's a pretty good matchup there. 8th rushing record against the 1st. Number 1 rushing rank in the league. 8th receiving rank against the 11th. Wow, 11th? I didn't know Return to Greatness was so bad in receiver. And then, especially with D-Hop. And then 6th versus 9th in the old defense. All right, well, Return to Greatness, not much of a history there. He won their last matchup, week number 9, 110-83. Really kind of blew him out of the water there. Wasn't even a game. We have Russell Wilson against Kyler Murray. I'm going to take Russell Wilson in this. Just Kyler Murray just hasn't been playing well late. That shoulder's been bothering him. They play at the Giants, cold weather. I just haven't seen Murray do it yet on the road in a cold weather game. And Russell Wilson's playing at home, even though the Jets' defense isn't as bad as it seems. But, again, how do you go against Russell Wilson? Mr. Unlimited. All right, and then Derrick Henry versus Mike Davis. Derrick Henry all day, especially against Jacksonville. Wouldn't be surprised if he busted off one of his 90-yard runs. He always seems to does it against Jacksonville. All right, y'all. Sorry, I have to come back and re-record this for some reason. My mic cut out for the last bit of this breakdown here, but I was just saying that a Derrick Henry always seems to bust off a 90-yard run or big run against Jacksonville, so that's a scary matchup. James Robinson against Raheem Mostert. Even though I'm a Niner fan, I have to give it to James Robinson. He just seems to be everything. He gets the workload. He gets third downs. He gets goal line, short yardage, everything. All the points that Jacksonville does score seem to come out of the running game, so got to give it to him. Even against Tennessee, even though they're going to be mad coming off that loss to Cleveland. D-Hop, I guess you give him the slight edge because just you already know that Robert Woods played and didn't do much. And D-Hop is D-Hop, even though I don't see him having a big game. Definitely not against Bradbury. He's been playing pretty well. They just shut down Metcalf and Lockett. None of them really went off, so I don't see D-Hop doing he's going to, put up some points, but I don't see him having some huge game. Got to give it to Mike Thomas over Mike Williams. And then Hayden Hurst against Gronkowski. Got to give it to Gronkowski just because Hayden Hurst is so unpredictable. You don't know. I mean, even though Gronkowski is unpredictable, it seems that they are using him more right now than Hayden Hurst is being used in Atlanta. Myles Gaskin over Ayuk just because Ayuk has Nick Mullins, who hasn't been much. Got to give it to Sly over Tucker. He's accurate and he makes his kicks, but he just isn't getting a lot of opportunity lately. So give it to Sly. And then defense, you got to give it a little bit over there to the Bucs defense. One thing I was looking at that I can't believe is why would you start Ayuk and not Melvin Gordon? That's just an odd start for me. I just say it's a odd start. I'm not saying what to do. I don't give up lineup advice, especially since I'm out of the playoffs, but very odd. And I like the Panthers D over actually the Bucs D, but I like the Bucs D too. So not saying what to do there. It is what it is. So anyway, out of all the matchups, I would like actually to see Turbo Tardo win the championship just because of everything he's done for the league this year, from stepping up, putting the room that I didn't use, but I paid for. I didn't use it, but I paid for it. Putting the room on his card, getting the cowboy hats, getting the PPH patches. He just seems to be more into it this year than any other year. I hope the fantasy football gods can reward him with a championship. That would be really great to see him get to hold the belt for a year, get to be out on his boat, even though that'd be a little scary being near the water. But he's got the cash to replace the belt if he were to ruin it. So would be great. I think he would take some great shots with the belt, do a lot better than just putting his tiny little nuts all over it like a little Paulie, our current champ, who's not in the playoffs, by the way. You see what happens, little Paulie, when you put your nuts on the belt. Fantasy football gods punish you for that. So again, I hope 289ers. I'm rooting for you there, pal. Hope you could take the championship and get it this year, because you deserve it for everything that you've done for the league, the PPH, to try to make the 20th a memorable year in a COVID pandemic stricken year. So even though I don't like your no mask mandate at your super spreader events, but those are your events, so people play by your rules. Hopefully you get that championship, pal. All right, y'all, there you go. There was 2020 PPH season wrapped up pretty much. Go ahead, tune in next year, week 1, find out who won the league championship. Might be an off-season message, you never know. Just stay tuned. Again, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. You'll get notified anytime a new video is uploaded, so if there is an off-season message, you will know about it. All right, y'all. Good luck, everyone, in the PPH playoffs, and I'll catch y'all next year. Lump Dogs out. Peace.